Welcome back. You're watching Rise and Shine. It's the 16th of November, Saturday morning. And as we mentioned before the break that we'll have a really interesting guest on the show. Yes, we do have with us a young gent with loads and loads of talent. Being a musician, not just a singer, he writes his own songs, he composes his music. Quite an unbelievable chap in the name of Imal Jude. Morning to you, Imal.
Good morning, Sean.
And Imal, starting off, before we get into what you do as a profession, why did you choose music?
Music in the sense, it's not my profession actually, because currently I'm working for a bank. So thought of previously I was planning to do music full time, but then I got a rough advice from many people, many people. So plus my parents, they didn't want me to do music full time because they were a bit scared because about the you can't sustain in music a lot,
These days, yes, that's true.
Days. So they wanted me to have something as my profession and music as my hobby. So but music is my passion. So I think that I can do something better in the future as well.
So from the beginning you knew that you wanted to get into music?
Yes, definitely, because with my family influence and all.
And yes, because there's pedigree involved in Imal, because Ms. Angeline Gunathilaka, he's his grandma, so obviously there's pedigree coming forward in him. So with the influence that you had with grandma being in the music industry for such a long time and such an influential character herself, did that influence you to get into music, or what actually inspired you?
Definitely, that I think that is a key part actually. That is the first, the main reason which actually influenced me, because now when I was small, when I was in my mother's womb also, what my grandmother told me is she had taken my mom for recordings. So from that influence, from those days, when I was after I was about 3 years old, my mom has recorded a cassette. I had sung few songs of my grandma, so I still have those with me.
Oh, wow.
And I think it was a very influence, because I have been to most of the programs with my grandmother, so to concerts plus recordings and everything. So I think it had, I know God's blessings actually. So I think it's from my genes. So yeah.
That's for sure. And you mentioned that you started off very young, and growing up in school, how was it like? You chose music as a subject, or how did it go?
No, didn't choose music as a subject because my mom actually didn't want me to do music, to be honest.
Wow.
She's very much against it because I don't know, she might have thought that it doesn't suit me or something. So she wanted me to do literature for, we had to select subjects from grade 6 onwards. So she wanted me to do literature because she herself is a good pianist. So she was like, I'll teach you, so you don't have to do this and blah blah blah. So I don't know. So however, she wanted me to do something basically on studies, but don't know how it went on, so I ended up in this.
But during your school days, did you perform at school, maybe for concerts or assemblies or anything?
Yes, I have done, but not a lot, just a few, because I wasn't very much active when I was in the primary and the middle school. But I have been in the college choir and the primary choir, plus now in the chorale as well. So not very much of a active person in music, but later on, after A levels and stuff, we started on doing small sort of concerts and stuff like that.
But having such an influential, such an iconic grandmother, has that influenced the way people saw you at school, the way you were received at school?
Yeah, some persons, yes, but then when you go to school, you're the same person, between your friends and all. You can't be,
So you have your own identity.
Yeah.
And Imal, you mentioned now your mom wanted you to learn the piano. Now you have a guitar, so how many instruments can you actually play?
I actually can play most of the instruments. Piano, she didn't teach me, but I learned it myself. Can't help it.
Not your mom then.
So she must be watching now, I guess. So she's also sometimes amazed, she looking at me, because she actually plays. She needs a book to play. she plays according to notes.
All right, okay.
What happens in me is I don't need notes or anything. I play it according to how I hear. So I played that, guitars, drums, anything. Yeah, you name it.
Basically, that, as you mentioned, because it's coming from the genes, I think from from your grandma's era, comes to now. I think with all that what we have heard from him, I think it's time that we hear some song also.
This song actually, one of my favorites of my grandmother's songs. I would like to start on that. It's called Mata Asai Hina Henna.
All right.
And I don't think that she even knows, because it's a small surprise for her.
Oh, there you go.
මට ආසයි හිනහෙන්න මුළු ජීවිතේ හිනහෙන්න මා එක්ක මේ ජීවිතේ හා 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 හැමදාම එක වාගේ නැති ජීවිතේ මල් පාට මල් හීනයක් ජීවිතේ තව හිනහෙන්නම් දැන් කවුද මට ආදරේ තව හිනහෙන්නම් දැන් කවුද මට ආදරේ හා 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 හා
So I think grandma will definitely be surprised as to why you started off with her song, and I think that's a tribute to what she had to do with your life leading into music. And Imal, now you mentioned you're not as active as you are now when you're in school, and especially in the primary and middle schools. You grew up to be somewhat of a musician, going up to A levels. How was the response with your friends and all that, knowing that you are the grandson of such a veteran musician in the country?
Not much of a big thing, but yeah, for the teachers, yes. But wasn't, I wasn't very much, I didn't want to tell that, and get highlighted, and I don't like this stuff, because I always want to be normal, because I mean, within my friends, I just have to be a human being. I can't be someone extraordinary. Yeah. So I mean, even somebody asks, I sometimes hesitate to tell, because if I don't feel good to say like that, because then you become highlighted and people sort of try to
Yeah.
So I mean, between my friends, I'm just a friend. I'm just a good friend. People can come and talk to me. Say anything they want. So that's how I am, because I am very friendly with everybody, and yeah. So.
Now, speaking about your influence that your grandmother has had on you, you said that you did a song for her CD?
Yeah,
and
I
how
did
was that
2
experience?
songs actually. Yeah, one song was with that was my first song which I did. That was a duet actually with my grandma. That was when I was about 16 years old. Yeah, I composed it, and that was my first song composition to CD. That is the CD is named as Maldunnen, and the song I composed was a song called Savyati, which is the lyrics is done by Rohan Rupasinghe, and I composed it. And there was another song called Samalarun Rodak, which was written by Nilar and Qasim, and that was a solo for my grandma. So those are the 2 songs that I did for her album.
So that was when you were in school that you started composing music
Yeah.
In a commercial scale.
Yeah.
And how was the response like? Did your friends know that you were getting into music in this way, or how they reacted to you becoming a musician? Because whenever you get into a clique, people tend to appreciate someone who plays the guitar and maybe who sings songs and stuff like that. How was the response in school?
Response in the sense, then again, what basically happened was my friends, actually my best friends, Kevin, Shehan, Shavi. So those 3 are my actually very close friends. But the thing is, all 3 of them are not into music. So I was the only person who was doing here and there. I was playing the choir, then church and everything. So not big not a big, you know, response from them, but from certain friends, yes, from in school, and mostly the teachers. You know, when I used to go for a program when I was small, also, the teachers used to watch it, and you know, they used to give comments and all. But now, these days, actually, I have a lot of friends now. So now, of course, now. When I was going to come for the program, so I told them, please, okay, watch and everything. And they're like, okay, we're watching it. So now there are a lot of people to give me feedback as well. So not like those days. I think it's better to get feedback as well from people. You know, not only doing everything as what you want to do. It's sort of, you know, adjusting how according to how people want to hear it, and you know how people want stuff to be done. So yeah.
So currently, how is the fan response? What's the support base that you have right now?
Fan in the sense, I don't have any fans. I don't think that I have any fans. Okay?
Only the ceiling fan and the pedestal fan.
Exactly. Support-wise, actually, from my office people, I have a lot of support. Actually, you should tell. So, school friends, yes. School friends also, yes. Nowadays, after this movie thing came up, you know, a lot of response, you know, and comments came, and doing good these days to say, and there are some new plans ahead also. Yeah.
All right, now you just mentioned about a movie, Imal, because I think it's time that we actually highlighted what this movie is all about, because doing music for a movie is not a mean task. It takes a lot of work, a lot of preparation, a lot of hard work put in, because a movie runs for a couple hours and you need to make sure that you're there basically right along for, not just for the songs itself, but for other aspects of the movie as well. So how did you get into it, and who influenced you or who approached you to get into the industry?
Yeah, what happened was, this is not just a incident which happened. Actually, this is something sometime back. I actually did a song for Sheshadri Prasad. So what happened was, Uncle Dinesh, actually my grandma has sung in Uncle Dinesh's film, Uncle Dinesh Prasad's film, long time back, way before I was born, even in the 70s, 80s. So what happened was, after doing that song, Uncle Dinesh, actually, I still can remember, he came to the studio and, you know, he wished me and everything. And, you know, from that point, he knew that I had some sort of a talent, you know, to do something on my own. So I think he had that click in his mind that, you know, I can do something like this, because, you know, it wasn't a very easy task, you know, doing music, the background scores and everything, and the songs as well. So he actually introduced me to Uncle Rajrana Singh, who was the producer, and it came up really well. And, you know, it was a very big experience actually in the studio as well. We spent around 3-4 days in the studio, and, you know, from morning to till night. So it was a very good experience as well, you know, to start up with some professional people like this. Yeah, it's sort of blessing.
All right, we got to interrupt you, Imal. We have got a call online. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Hi, ma'am. Nice to hear your voice early morning.
I couldn't hear you.
It's very nice to hear your voice.
Can you figure who this is?
Definitely.
There we go. All right, we have got Mrs. Anjali Gunathilak online. Very good morning to you, ma'am.
Morning.
It's an honor to have you on our show, ma'am.
Good morning, Ishan, and good morning, Rishani.
Morning.
It's actually a pleasure having you on the show, because how do you feel like Imal being on the show and being a youngster?
Yes, I'm very proud, because he's a very, he loves people, and he doesn't like to hurt anyone. So sometimes I used to scold him.
There you go.
Because we can't everybody we can't
satisfy for sure.
Yes. So but he's a very kind boy, kind-hearted boy. So when I heard him saying that his mother didn't teach him music, but sometimes when he used to play all by himself, I'm in the kitchen, so I can hear if he's playing the piano or the guitar. He comes with the guitar to the kitchen, and he's playing. So I don't know any music. I can't read any music notations, but I can tell him, because if he play the wrong note, I used to tell him, no, Baba, that is not the correct note.
There we go.
So I sing. From my voice, I take that note and I'm teaching him.
So I think your influence on him has actually brought him up to this level, ma'am.
Yes.
All right, thanks a lot for calling us in Miss Gunathilaka. That was Miss Angeline Gunathilaka calling us. And Ima, I think that itself was a pleasant surprise, because wouldn't have expected her to come online and you singing her song starting off. And now she's joining us on the studios, calling us in and saying what she felt about you. And I think even though, as you said, Mom was not very keen that you become a musician, I think
it's apparent that your grandmother was.
Influence itself would have definitely done a lot of good to you. And you mentioned walking into the film industry thanks to Dinesh Prasad, the well-known character in the industry, and Rajaran Singh, the producer. And not just coming out with songs and composing songs for the movie. There are lots and lots of other things that you need to get involved in. How did that whole thing scope work out?
You mean the movie?
Yeah.
Movie, yeah, background music and all that.
That actually, it wasn't. I mean, what happened was, now I had no idea of how to do it. And you know, when Uncle Dinesh told me, he was like, "Ma, can you do it?" I was like, I don't know what. I mean, I have been to movie recordings, but I didn't know what I had to do, what the role I had to play. So but he knew the capability of me. So he was like, can you do it? I said, okay, I can do it, but I don't know what to do. He was like, don't worry, I'll teach you how to do it, and I'll tell you what to do. So he gave me a huge script, you know, and he started on explaining me on scene by scene what I have to do, and where the music needs to come in and everything. So I went to his place actually, and we sat and, you know, had a small chat, and you know how he told me how he wanted the music to be there. So that's actually a blessing, I should tell, because, you know, I mean, at the start, you know, to get to know a person like that, and you know, through his experience actually. So what he told, actually, I have given out my best to say that, you know, what he expected, I gave out my best. So I think it worked out very much well, because, you know, when every time, I mean, at the recordings also, he was there until about 2-3 in the morning. You know, he used to stay in him, and he's like, do it like this. We were, after the dubbing finished also, we had some parts to finish off. So it was a very, very nice experience, you know, to work with people like Uncle Dinesh. Yeah. All
right, with that, I think we do have part of the song of the movie that Imal is talking about. Let's have a look at this and talk about it afterwards. Now, Imal, you would have probably worked with a lot of artists for the movie. And who are the artists who actually performed these songs? Vocalists.
Yeah, one was Lantra Perera, who sang the song. Lantra Perera, Abhisheka Vimlavira, Dinakshi, and a boy called Anjane Asiru, who came from a reality show, and Shanudri. Of course, we must know that. So yeah, those were the 4 people who actually sang for the movie. And the uncle Nandana Vikramage also, that song was written by Nandana Vikramage, so he was also a part of the film as well.
So while we're at it, can we hear another one of your original songs this time?
Originals, yeah. This song actually, tell you, this song I composed it yes, I was some time back. That was I was in grade 11. Okay, this song actually, it's this song was the last duet which Uncle Greshan Ananda, the late Greshan Ananda, and my grandmother sang. So I was, privileged to do the last duet for them, before he passed away. So this is this song I'm going to sing is the song that I did for them.
All right.
Sulenggak ewa Pem hengung pudua Adere sita langin Oba avit navatuna Owe matama Oba langin innawa When vela yanne ne adare maadare Sita sulagang ewa Pem hengung kubuduwa Netete kandulak tiya Noyanu wenwi oya Oba mage jeevite Batumaya mai mage Payu hiru men ude Sita sanda men rae Oba hade payala Masada innawa Sita sulagak ewa Pem hengung pudua.
All right.
That was beautiful.
Thank you.
Animal, now you getting into the industry, or at least getting into commercial composing when you were about 15, 16, you mentioned. How many songs have you done up until now?
Songs, and I have a lot of songs that I have composed actually, which I haven't, given out to stations or anything. It's just for my personal satisfaction, and I am planning to do album of my own, but I don't know when it will come true, my dream. All of my compositions, yeah, and I think about 3 songs are going on radios sometimes, I have heard. Those are the only 3 actually I have composed, and recently I did the song for a person in Australia, which is also a duet with my grandma called Meedum Tumari, which is the lyrics was done by Nilar and Kasim. It's a beautiful song, and those are the only 3 songs actually, I think. And also I did a theme song for a teledrama, which was I think it was telecasted on Rupawahini called Ahinsa Kavi on Sundays, which was done by Mr. Atula Ransiriral, and that chance also I think I got it through my grandmothers, because Uncle Atura also when he met my grandma, and she had been singing for most of his teledramas now, which is going now called Diriya Diyane. She is doing the theme song as well. So Uncle Atura wanted me to do one, and I didn't know what to do, but he also told me, Tuta, this is what you have to do, and what he expected he told me. So yeah, it went on really well, and hoping to do in the future as well.
So tell us a little bit about your single, or one of your expected singles that you expect to come out soon. How is that working out?
Actually what happens is I don't know whether I can finish it off, because now I am a bit busy these days. Busy in the sense, what happens is when you're at work and all, you leave home early in the morning, you come at 8:39. Yeah. It's after you come back you're very tired, so I'm doing it little by little. I have about 10 songs that I have almost completed, so don't know whether it will come out, but you need a little bit of money as well, so financials very.
Animal, now you mentioned that you are working on it piece by piece, and where do you do all this? Do you have your own recording studio at home, or how does it go?
I have sort of a small home studio where I can get things what I wanted to do. I mean, so not a big one, but yeah, just to do the basics and stuff. Yes, I have a small studio at home.
And you spoke about managing work and your music. How did you manage it during the production of the film? Obviously, it must have taken up a lot of time.
Yeah, during the production of the film, I wasn't working. I actually started working recent. That was last year.
Okay.
So the movie, no, I wasn't working those days. I was after A levels. So just after A levels, yeah. And only I started it, yeah.
All right, with that, Imal, now we are running into December. Any plans for Christmas coming out with any song or something like that?
Not coming out with songs, but there are a lot of Christmas carols to sing this time. We have our bank carols, then church carols, then yeah, sort of some other programs as well. Can't remember. Most of the time carols, yes.
So basically busy schedule running into Christmas.
Very
December.
much in December, yes.
So you'll be continuing with the music throughout the year then?
Yes, throughout the year.
All right, as a final, Imal, now you're getting into the industry of movies also, not just music, so it's a totally different experience to just composing and doing songs for vocal artists and all that. Getting into the movie theater, the movie is a totally different aspect of what music and composing is all about. So with the opportunity that you have received, any plans of going further ahead in the industry, or do you just want to stick to composing music itself?
Yes, I want to go because but the thing is, then again what happens is I don't have much time to do it on a full-time basis for music. But yes, I'd love to do something even better, something to get together with somebody who is a good professional, or somebody who can who knows about this industry. Yes, to do something better. I'd very much like to do something like that.
All right, with that, I think it's time for us to say bye-bye on the Saturday's edition of Rise and Shine. We're going to wind off with a live performance from Imal himself. But for the moment, from me and Lishani, it's
Till then,
goodbye.
Bye.
This song is actually a very old song, I guess, done by the Bee Gees. So it's called "Love to Love Somebody."
There's a light, certain kind of light that never shined on me. Let my life to be with you, with you. There's a way, everybody say, each and every little thing, but what does it bring if I ain't got you, ain't got you? 'Cause baby, you don't know what it's like. Baby, you don't know what it's like to love somebody.